Welcome to the Grim Tapes. Tonight, we are venturing into the heart of one of the most mysterious and terrifying places on Earth. A place shrouded in darkness, mystery, and stories that defy logic. Welcome to Hoia Baciu Forest, often called the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania. Located near the city of Cluj-Napoca in Romania, Hoia Baciu is not just another forest. It's a place that has frightened scientists, locals, and travelers alike. It's a place where technology fails, people vanish, and unexplained lights and phenomena are common. This isn't just a haunted forest, it's perhaps the most haunted forest in the world. Tonight, we will dig deep into every chilling detail, every strange encounter, every scientific investigation, and every spine-tingling account from people who dared to walk beneath its twisted trees. So sit tight. Turn off the lights. And prepare yourself for the most detailed and terrifying journey you'll ever take, through the haunted maze of Hoia Baciu Forest. History of Hoia Baciu Forest. The history of Hoia Baciu Forest dates back centuries. Named after a shepherd who mysteriously vanished within its boundaries, along with 200 sheep, the forest's reputation for strange occurrences began long before modern ghost stories. Local folklore tells of curses, spirits, and dark energies that have haunted the forest since ancient times. Romanian peasants believed the forest was cursed. They avoided entering it at all costs, claiming that the trees themselves whispered warnings to those who dared to step inside. There are no clear written records of the forest's history, but word of mouth and oral traditions paint it as a forbidden land, a portal to another realm. Over time, stories only grew darker. People reported disappearing without a trace, experiencing severe burns or rashes after walking through the forest, or returning with no memory of where they had been. The mystery was no longer folklore, it was becoming real. The Circle of Death. One of the most compelling and terrifying landmarks within the forest is the mysterious clearing known as the Circle of Death. It's a perfect, circular patch of land where no vegetation grows. Not even weeds. Despite scientists analyzing the soil and finding nothing unusual, no plant life will take root there. It's as if nature itself refuses to claim the space. Paranormal investigators and spiritual mediums believe it to be a portal, or even a dimensional rift. Those who have stepped inside the circle often report intense feelings of anxiety, dizziness, and an overwhelming sense of being watched. Cameras have malfunctioned. Compasses spin wildly. And in some cases, people report hearing disembodied voices and whispers. It's not just a dead patch of ground. It's an enigma, one that might hold the key to the forest's strange power. UFO sightings and strange lights. In 1968, the forest gained international attention when a military technician named Emil Barnia photographed a flying saucer hovering above the forest. The image went viral before the internet even existed, spreading across newspapers and UFO publications worldwide. But the sightings didn't stop there. People began reporting floating orbs of light, often appearing suddenly and vanishing without a sound. These orbs moved against the wind, passed through trees, and changed color rapidly. Some claimed they were followed by these lights, or that the lights attempted to communicate with them in some strange telepathic way. Witnesses have even described seeing humanoid figures made of light, standing silently in the distance before fading away into the shadows. Skeptics might chalk it up to hallucinations or electrical phenomena, but many of these reports come from credible witnesses, police officers, scientists, and even military personnel. Paranormal experiences. Visitors to the forest have reported a long list of disturbing phenomena. Disembodied voices. Sudden drops in temperature. Shadowy figures darting between the trees. Some say they felt an invisible force pushing them. Others heard the screams of women and children echoing through the trees, only to find nothing there. Perhaps most disturbing are the cases of people disappearing, only to return days later with no memory of what happened. A 5-year-old girl was said to have vanished in the forest, reappearing 5 years later, wearing the same clothes, completely unharmed, and with no recollection of the time she was gone. Some who enter come out changed. Emotionally unstable. Fearful. Paranoid. Many report recurring nightmares, even years after their visit. It's as if the forest leaves a permanent mark on the psyche. Scientific investigations. Numerous scientists have studied Hoia Baciu, hoping to explain its oddities through rational means. Soil samples, electromagnetic field tests, radiation levels, all have come back inconclusive or unusually high in certain areas. In the 1990s and early 2000s, teams from universities in Romania, Hungary, and even the US conducted extensive fieldwork. They reported strange audio anomalies, such as unexplained static and voices captured on recorders. Some equipment simply failed to work altogether. Batteries drained instantly. GPS devices malfunctioned. One experiment measured the brainwaves of individuals inside the forest. The results showed elevated levels of anxiety, similar to those seen in patients experiencing night terrors. Despite rigorous testing, science could not fully explain the strangeness. The forest continues to resist logic. Local legends and folk tales. Beyond the scientific, the local myths are both beautiful and horrifying. According to old tales, the forest is home to tormented spirits, victims of ritual sacrifices performed centuries ago. Some believe the forest is a thin place, where the veil between worlds is fragile. Stories tell of fairies, not the kind seen in children's books, but malicious beings that lead travelers astray. Witches were said to gather here under the full moon, performing rites to summon dark entities. Even today, locals perform cleansing rituals at the forest's edge before daring to enter. Some leave offerings to the spirits to ensure safe passage. Modern-day encounters and tourism. Despite its terrifying reputation, Hoia Baciu is now a hotspot for paranormal tourism. Guided tours, night hikes, and ghost hunting adventures attract thousands of curious visitors each year. Some come armed with cameras and EMF meters, hoping to capture something unexplainable. Others come for the thrill, not knowing that they may experience something far more terrifying than they ever expected. Many leave shaken, vowing never to return. Guides have reported tourists fainting, screaming in terror, or begging to leave halfway through the tour. And yet, the allure remains. There's something deeply magnetic about Hoia Baciu. Something ancient. Something watching. Deep theories, what's really happening? Some believe the forest sits atop a geomagnetic anomaly, natural forces that disrupt the environment and human perception. Others suggest extraterrestrial involvement, pointing to the repeated UFO sightings. A few theorists propose that Hoia Baciu is a gateway, a portal to another dimension or parallel world. This theory is supported by reports of time loss, memory gaps, and spatial disorientation. Occult researchers argue that the land was cursed long ago and now serves as a hub for dark energy. They believe the forest amplifies fear, feeding off human emotion to sustain itself. And some think it's all psychological, a massive case of mass suggestion. But then why do cameras malfunction? Why do animals avoid certain parts? Why do so many different people report the same phenomena? We've journeyed through the haunted paths of Hoia Baciu Forest, explored its secrets, and examined every terrifying piece of evidence. But the question remains, what is Hoia Baciu really hiding? Is it a natural anomaly? A gateway to another realm? Or something far darker and more ancient than we can comprehend? Have you ever visited a place that felt wrong? A place that chilled your bones for no reason at all? What do you believe is happening in Hoia Baciu Forest? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear your theories, your stories, and your beliefs. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the most haunted forest in the world, don't forget to like this video. Share it with your fellow horror lovers and mystery seekers. Make sure to subscribe to the Grim Tapes for more terrifying tales, real-life horror stories, and the darkest corners of our world uncovered. We post new investigations regularly, and each one dives deep into mysteries that others fear to touch. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a single upload. And if you've had a paranormal experience of your own, share it in the comments or send it to us. We may feature your story in a future episode. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and remember, sometimes the scariest places on Earth are real.